everyone, you are with me Fatma Salil on medical topics. Today I am going to deal with the topic anatomy of adrenal gland. The adrenal glands or suprarenal glands are paired endocrine glands that are situated in the posterior abdomen on either side of the vertebral column, above the kidneys at the level of the last thoracic vertebrae T12 and below the diaphragm. Because of the large size of the liver above it, the right adrenal and kidney tend to lie lower than the left adrenal. The adrenals have a high cholesterol content, giving them a yellowish color. Renal fascia is a collagenous connective tissue sheath that envelops each adrenal gland and kidney together with a layer of surrounding perirenal fat, but the gland is divided from the kidney by a septum. The right gland is pyramidal in shape, while the left is semilunar in shape. Each gland weighs approximately 5 grams. A thick capsule consisting of connective tissue surrounds the entire adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is composed of outer yellow cortex and inner reddish-brown medulla. They are two separate endocrine glands with different embryological origins. Cortex derived from the embryonic mesoderm. Medulla derived from the ectodermal neural crest cells. The cortex and medulla synthesize different hormones. Adrenal cortex. The adrenal cortex is the outer region and also the largest part of an adrenal gland. The adrenal cortex forms about 80 to 90% of the adrenal gland. It is yellowish in color. Adrenal cortex produces steroid hormones including mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, and adrenal androgens. The cortex itself is divided into three regions. Outer layer zona glomerulosa, middle layer zona fasciculata, inner layer zona reticularis. Each layer produces steroid hormones from the precursor cholesterol. Zona glomerulosa. The zona glomerulosa is the outermost layer of the adrenal cortex, lying just below the fibrous adrenal capsule. It accounts for around 15% of the thickness of the cortex. The secretory cells of the zona glomerulosa are arranged in oval-shaped clusters. The primary function of the zona glomerulosa is the synthesis of the mineralocorticoid hormones. The most important mineralocorticoid is aldosterone. Zona fasciculata. The zona fasciculata is the middle zone of the adrenal cortex and is the layer situated between the zona glomerulosa and the zona reticularis. It is the thickest of the three zonas that constitute near 78% of the cortical volume. Zona fasciculata is made up of parenchymal cells known as spongiocytes arranged into columns. The cells of the zona fasciculata secrete the glucocorticoids, cortisol and corticosterone. The most important of these is cortisol, some of which the liver converts to cortisone. Zona reticularis. The zona reticularis is the innermost layer of the adrenal cortex, lying just above the adrenal medulla. That constitutes only 7% of the cortical volume. It comprises of cylindrical masses of epithelia arranged in an irregular net-like pattern. The zona reticularis is the site of biosynthesis of androgen precursors such as dehydroepiandrosterone or DHEA and androstenedione from cholesterol. These androgens are released into the bloodstream and transported to gonads where they are converted into testosterone or estrogen. Adrenal medulla. Medulla lies in the center of the gland, which forms about 10 to 20% of the adrenal gland and is reddish-brown in color. It contains chromaffin cells, which are large and irregularly shaped and produce the neurotransmitters epinephrine, also called adrenaline, and norepinephrine or noradrenaline. Epinephrine is produced in greater quantities, approximately a 4:1 ratio with norepinephrine. These hormones produce fight or flight response. Blood supply. The adrenal glands have a rich blood supply. Arterial supply. Each gland is supplied by three arteries from three distinct sources: superior suprarenal artery, middle suprarenal artery, inferior suprarenal artery. Superior suprarenal artery arises from the inferior phrenic artery. Middle suprarenal artery arises from the abdominal aorta. Inferior suprarenal artery arises from the renal arteries. Venous drainage. A single suprarenal vein emerges from the hilum of each gland. Right and left suprarenal veins drain the glands. The right suprarenal vein drains into the inferior vena cava, whereas the left suprarenal vein drains into the left renal vein. Lymphatic drainage. The lymph drains into the lateral aortic nodes. Innervations. The adrenal medulla is unique in its innervation because it is directly innervated by preganglionic nerve fibers. These nerve fibers leave the intermedial lateral cell column of the lateral horn of the spinal cord from the T5 to T9 segments of the spinal cord and bypass the paravertebral sympathetic ganglion chain. The fibers converge after bypassing the sympathetic trunk, forming the greater splanchnic nerve. Some of the fibers of the greater splanchnic nerve will bypass the celiac ganglion and enter the adrenal gland to synapse on the membranes of the chromaffin cells. Chromaffin cells are neurosecretory cells and are analogous to postganglionic neurons. These cells contain nicotinic 1 receptors in their membranes. Acetylcholine released by the sympathetic splanchnic nerves activates nicotinic receptors on the membranes of the chromaffin cells, resulting in the secretion of 80% epinephrine and 20% norepinephrine into the bloodstream, producing a systemic or whole body fight or flight response. Here we come to the end of this session. Please don't forget to drop your valuable comments and feedbacks and to subscribe my channel for updates.